Hi VC, hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and you all got loads and loads and loads and loads of records. Um, I'm recording a bit of a special video for me. The next two videos I'm going to count down my favourite 20 records. Doing this now because I've finally got my number 2 record on vinyl, which was a present from my daughter, so I thought, yeah, why not, I'm going to just do this. All these records are really special to me. I've listened to all of them over and over again. I've got my favourite tracks. Some of them I've already shown on Give Me Tens and stuff, but I was going to do a 30, but there's a couple still missing from there. So I'm looking out for those. Who knows, I might even do 30 to 21 later. But anyway, if I ever get them. But here we go. So this is my favourite albums of all time. Not the best albums of all time, although I love them all, but my personal 20 albums. And this is probably, if I had to pick 20 albums to take with me and leave the rest of them behind, then these would be the ones I take with me. Right, let's get on with it. Right, first one, number 20, Long Riders, State of Our Union. I know it's probably not the best Long Riders album. I don't know if it is or not, but this record just means such a lot to me. Along with the next record as well, they're kind of a pair, and they reflect a time in my life where I was 16, 17, ready to leave home. I just wanted to leave. I was so ready. And I was reading a lot of literature like Kerouac's On the Road. I was reading Down and Out in London and Paris by Orwell, and a lot of literature that was involved travel away. And this record formed part of the soundtrack. I think a lot of it I wanted to get away to London, to America. Never actually made it, but that's where I would have ideally liked to go. Got as far as Liverpool, but well, there you go. So this is just fantastic. I first heard Looking for Lewis and Clark. I think I saw it might have been on Whistle Test, and I was absolutely blown away by it. And then I eventually got the album, and I just love every song on this. Lights of Downtown, WDIA, which is all about like Midwest radio stations blasting out across the plains. Mason-Dixon Line, Here Comes That Train Again. Oh, it's just so many good songs on here. You just can't ride the boxcars anymore. I mean, that fitted in with like On the Road to a T. And then number 19 does go along with that because it was about the same time they got it, and it's this one, which is The Pretenders' Learning to Crawl. These two records just represent an idea of Midwest America to me, and it just seemed so exotic to me at the time. I had a very on-off relationship with the States. Like a lot of the pop music that was around in the mid-80s I really didn't like. I didn't like Whitney, didn't like Jacko, didn't like, all of that. But the guitar bands that were coming out in the mid-80s and the people writing about America was just brilliant. Things like My City Was Gone, Back on the Chain Gang, Watching the Clothes, Middle of the Road. It's just fantastic, fantastic guitar album. There we go. Number 18, slight change of pace. We're going to the roots of grunge here. Just before grunge hit big, there was this band, Mother Love Bone, Apple. This is just a brilliant album. The album featured Andrew Wood was a singer, and I think he OD'd on heroin just about the time this came out. And they were on the cusp of being big, but it was kind of ripped away from them when Andrew Wood died. But the members of this band went on to bigger and better things. Bruce Fairweather, Stone Gossard and Jeff Ament. on to form Pearl Jam. And this also partly kickstarted the grunge thing, because members of Pearl Jam, what to be Chill Pearl Jam, and Chris Cornell, and what's his name from Pearl Jam? Oh dear, lead singer from Pearl Jam. I've completely forgotten his name. It'll come to me in a minute. I know somebody will write it down below there. Came together to form Temple of the Dog for their one-off album, which was basically a commemoration of Andrew Wood. And this is just beautiful. A lot of this, it rocks like a mother, but it's just brilliant. So you got This Is Shangri-La, Star Jog Champion, what a brilliant song. Bone Shiner is gorgeous. Stargazer, Captain High Top. And then it's rounded off with Crown of Thorns, which is one of the best songs ever recorded. Just such a wonderful album. Back in time a bit for number 17. 17, yeah. We've got this one. You all know what this is. Led Zeppelin 4 Symbols, whatever you want to call it. Of course, it's best known for a certain song called Stairway to Heaven. I don't even think that is second best. No, it's probably not even the third. Maybe the fifth best song on here. Maybe even the sixth best. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it kicks off with Black Dog, which is just such a kick-ass opener to an album. Then you've got Rock and Roll. And then the Battle of Evermore is just beautiful with Sandy Denny doing vocals on it. Then you got Stairway to Heaven. Then there's Misty Mountain Hop, which is lovely. Four Sticks, which is great. Going to California, absolute love. And then you've got the Piece de Resistance, which is When the Levee Breaks. And I mean, that is thunderous. The drumming of John Bonham on Levee is just amazing. And that is head and shoulders away the best song on the album. But when you've got a track list like that, just fabulous. The changes of mood that you get on it. Just a brilliant record from start to finish. So there we go. First real indie record, I guess. Indie. This one. So this is number 16. I hope I'm getting the numbers right. Number 16, Pixies Doolittle. Black Francis. There's nobody like Black Francis. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And this is when the Pixies were at the top of their game. Surfer Rosa was brilliant, but for me, this just beats it. Hence its place in my top 20. When you start with a song like Debaser, which I think is, start with a song like Debaser, and it just goes on from there. Wave of Mutilation, I mean, they do, it's not all screamy Black Francis making himself hoarse. You've got things like Wave of Mutilation, you've got There Goes My Gun, Hey is a gorgeous song. In fact, there's not that many songs on. Tame is a bit of a howler. Bleed is fantastic. And then Monkey Gone to Heaven was the big song off it. But what a record. What a record. And I've been on before about this being my best gig I've ever been to on the Doolittle tour. So there we go, that had to be in there. Right, number 15, back to grunge. Probably the best grunge album. I don't think there's a grunge album above it. Is this one, Bad Motorfinger by Soundgarden. This was Soundgarden not giving a flying fuck, really. I just think this is the first true desert rock album. It's just incredible. Rusty Cage outshined, Slaves and Bulldozers, Face Pollution. Somewhere's such a catchy song. Room 1,000 Years Wide, Searching for a Girl with My Good Eye Closed, that's just brilliant. Holy Water, New Damage, it's just start to finish, this is just incredible. Sabbath based, riff-tastic rock. It is just brilliant. Absolutely love this album. And I think, artwork is done by the artist who did the artwork for my number 3 album. That probably won't give you a clue as to what it is. You probably don't know. Right, I think I'm on to... Was that number... What number was that? 20, 19, 18, 16, 15. Number 14. I can't keep track of this. Number 14. One of the first punk albums. Way before the Pistols. Before the Ramones. Before anybody. This one. This is the first true punk album, I reckon. Sod proto-punk is more than that. This just burns. It is incredible. And don't listen to the Iggy Pop mix. It is shite. If you've got that mix, get rid of it, because all he's done is he put everything up in the red. It distorts like crazy. The Bowie mix is what you want to get. This one. Honestly, don't know what Iggy was doing with that. Anyway, just the most powerful rock and roll. The most powerful. It's from Search and Destroy, Gimme Danger, Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell, Penetration, Raw Power, I Need Somebody, Shake a Pill, Death Trip. This is just pure gasoline fueled, coke smack fueled rock and roll fury. Absolutely magnificent album. Number 13. Number 13 is this one, with probably my favourite cover artwork of all. Jane's Addiction, Ritual de la Habitual. This, I suppose a lot of these records are real rocking records. I suppose that's where my heart really lies. Just a brilliant record. You've got it's basically two sides. You've got side one, which is full of short songs like Stop, Been Caught Stealing, No One's Leaving, which is brilliant. Obvious is quite a lovely track, lots of gypsy kind of violins. Ain't No Wrong though, Ain't No Right, that's brilliant. And then on the second side, you've got the more extended jams it got 3 days, which is just brilliant from start to finish. It's just amazing. Then she did, of course. Oh, is that the Gypsy? Ah, yeah, it's Of Course, isn't it? And then Classic Girl, just a rant. Just a beautiful moment on a fantastic record. Just such a brilliant record. Right, number 12. The Motherlode. This record is, I reckon this is the most influential record around today. More than Velvet Underground, more than Revolver, more than Pet Sounds, more than anything. I think this influences more bands today than anybody. It's Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. This record, and this record alone, kickstarted doom, stoner metal. Doom metal owes such an amount to this. This is a record that Tony Iommi down-tuned his guitars. I'm not sure how far down they were. I think it was, I'm not sure. I don't know all the technical stuff, but he down-tuned his guitars, and then to follow suit, Geezer Butler. I hope I've got that right. And I always get Geezer and Bill mixed up. I'm sure Bill's the drummer and Geezer's the bass player. Am I right? Please say I'm right. Oh well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But anyway, whoever played the bass, my memory's going. Whoever played the bass down-tuned their bass as well, and that's what underpins this record. It is so low, so fuzzy, so brilliant. And then the drumming on this, some of the drumming is just amazing. And then you've got Iommi's fantastic riffs, and then Ozzy howling over the top of it all. It is just glorious. But it's another record of different moods. So you've got Sweet Leaf, which is just an amazing song, one of the best riffs of all time. Then you've got After Forever and Children of the Grave. And in between those, you've got a lovely instrumental called Embryo. Another instrumental called Orchid opens it up. Then you've got Lord of This World, Solitude, and Into the Void. And they're just fantastic. Solitude is a gorgeous track, actually. And it beats changes on Volume 4 totally. And I think Iommi sings that one. Because it doesn't sound... It's not Ozzy. It must be Iommi. But there we go. My number 12. Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. And number 11 comes from my favourite artist of all time. I can't believe it. Actually, considering the records are in the top 10, it's probably not surprising it's here, but I had to put it here. Number 11 is Kate Bush, Hounds of Love. So difficult choosing which is my favourite Kate Bush. It does change, it has changed over the years, but at the moment, especially because I saw her live in 2015. Was it 2015? Yeah, I think it was. Or whenever it was. Is her version, live version of the Ninth Wave, probably lifts this above the other stuff at the moment. So I'm not going to go on too much about this record because everybody knows it's split into two halves, and the Ninth Wave is just it's what prog should have been. Most prog is bloody awful, to be honest. Can't get into a lot of it. Some of it I can. It's all fiddle-dee-dee though. Too fiddly. But this is just, it's a whole piece of music. It's just one concept and it's just magnificent, and it's what prog should have been. So there we go, Hounds of Love. Right, so that's the first half of my top 20 over. I'm sure there's not too many surprises from people who've been watching my videos. But each and every one of them I love. Right, coming up next will be the top 10. But for the moment, thanks for watching if you have been watching, and I hope you stuck it through to the end, and I will see you all in a little bit. Cheers, VC. Bye.